Hey guys! So, it is now our third day in Japan here. Last day, pretty fun. We walked over 20,000 steps. I spent some money finally, and I definitely should have eaten more things, but you know, it was fine. I did, after all, have the chocolate with flake. I would highly recommend. I don't actually know all the exact places we ended up going. HMR, do you know? You want to say it? Okay, so it turns out I'm gonna have to stop the recording, get HMR to say it to me, and then say it again after, because for some reason she doesn't want to say it. So after being blessed with divine knowledge here, last night we went to Shinjuku and Ginza. Nailed it. That's where we were. Currently, we live in Kamedo. I remember it because it sounds like tomato. And also on the train, we passed somewhere that was called like Mitakara or something. There's something like the Madoka town. Mitakihara, you know? But it wasn't actually Mitakihara, it was just like the first couple letters. We'll have yet another 7-Eleven sandwich. And we're ready for a very exciting day in Shibuya. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very heat. I'm gonna spend a lot of money, gonna record a lot of videos. So, yeah, be ready for it, yo.
There's heckin' koi fishes in there.
What? The day started pretty efficiently, honestly. This was the quickest day we had gotten out of bed. Not exactly a high bar considering there was only, one day before it, but still. We had, or at least we thought we had, a reservation to go to something yet again. But it turns out, we were 2 days early. 2 hours, 2 days, basically the same thing. So that will have to be a little trinket for later. But regardless, as for our actual stuff today, we were going to Shibuya. That's right. Not only is it the place where Frank Ocean got his tattoos, but it's also the place that Gojo was sealed. Unfortunate if you haven't watched JJK. Although, if you haven't, what are you doing? But yeah, we had a very exciting day ahead of us. A lot of cool places to be, and a lot of references to be made.
What's good, chat? I'm here with Sayaka, and we have a donut, but not just any kind of donut. We have an absolute monster. Good Lord. It's like twice the size of Sayaka. This is insanity. This is insanity. I'm gonna try a bite of this. Holy, it's fire. Big fire.
Now, minor misconception out of the way, this was, much as that donut was, a big day. It was our first time in Shibuya, and we had hit up many interesting places.
Gotta say, Japanese architecture, very different than the kind I'm used to. Every building is like so tall and like high, and it's always accompanied by like an escalator and stuff, and you go like on these multiple floors, and the floors are like different shops, It's cool. We are currently in Shibuya, and I just gotta say, It's a very lively atmosphere. I've seen a lot of animated billboards with a lot of cool stuff. We were on the train at one point and we passed one that was Nikkei. Wish we could have went there, but it was in a different city or town or someplace. But this has been pretty sweet so far. That giant donut was absolutely insane. Very good donut. It reminded me a lot of like, sort of like a Robin's donut or a Krispy Kreme donut for those who have been there. But yeah, let's continue this journey.
Malls, alleyways, cool looking stores. I was even so blessed beyond blessed to arrive at that one movie theater where at one point in time they did indeed have stuff for the new Madoka Magica movie put up. I naively said in my one-track 2 video, or album 2 video there, that I was going to walk up those stairs, and I was technically not wrong. I did indeed walk up those stairs. However, they just didn't have Valpurgis Knock Rising on it. But you know, that's aside from the point. The end of the day, I did indeed still do it. But minor, aka major disappointment aside, there were still many things to gawk at. What I once thought was movie theater actually led to a mall, and to be honest, I don't actually think there was a movie theater inside of that at all, now that I think about it again, but you know, whatever. Guess I was wrong again. Wouldn't be the first time. But there were lots of other things. Something of note that we did come across was our first ever pop-up shop. These were those mythical things that I would hear about on Twitter, where I would see people get oodles and oodles of Madoka Magica merch, all because a little shop opened up. However, due to my naivety, I was not aware that these low-key kinda last like a week at best. So when I was making the plans for a bunch of things, I realized everything was closed, and not only was it like closed recently, but it was like closed in February, because that was when the first launch was supposed to be, so I guess I bookmarked all of that stuff for nothing. Damn.
This is where the Madoka movie was, the big dog herself.
What's up, everybody? We are now here trying some lunch. We are about to try some JB's burger. This isn't really a Japanese exclusive thing, but it's something I've never had at the very least. So we are going to try it nonetheless. Hopefully we see some more cool stores. You know, the day is very young. It's only lunchtime, so, you know, it's only been half the day, basically. The trip has been going very swimmingly lately. A couple quirks I've noticed about Japan so far is streetlights don't actually have like numbers when you're walking. They just have like this power meter that slowly trickles down. I'm not a huge fan of that, but you know, keeps the mystery. You know, there's a fun in that. We've been seeing some of the pop-up shops lately, and something that's really interesting is you need like a QR code to access certain stores. This is like, never even heard of this before. This is new tech here. But yeah, things have just been pretty awesome. What are we doing right now, you may ask? Absolutely nothing. We are waiting for somebody to get out of the bathroom.
But seriously, this was a huge day compared to the other two. I mean, this day had truly topped the others in an immense way. Not to say that the others were bad in any way, but this was just such a more large experience, going into all these different malls and these stores and actually buying things. The types of shops that I went into were so cool, and I got a little something to say about a couple of them later on, but you know, we'll get to that. Now I am saying this reflectively, right? The first two videos I actually was able to make while I was in the trip, you know, while we were in Japan. But I kind of realized that wasn't that sustainable. Like, it was taking time that I didn't really want to spend because, you know, I was on the trip. So now, currently, I am actually back home, you know, reflecting on these times. But this was a major banger of a day, even if it did have some later struggles.
What's good, everybody? HMR and my mom are both sick right now. They're feeling bad and they're taking a rest. But you know what I say? I never stop. So it's time for a solo adventure. Yes, sir. Man, this is actually beautiful. Oh my god. This is friggin' awesome. Yeah, they're both... HMR's feet hurt, and then my mom wants like water and whatnot, so I was like, I'm just gonna go off on my own for a little bit. I'm literally only one floor like above them right now. But you know what? Solo adventure! I don't actually have to worry about them finally getting caught in the camera crossfire now, because they don't want to be on it. Look how tall those buildings are. Thank God I have arms, because I am short, even by Japan standards. Actually, that's not true. I'm tall by Japan standards, but it's not saying anything. This place is so sick. I bought a ton of stuff earlier. I brought like so much money here, so it's just like, we're gonna be buying some things, yo. Found some more Madoka Magica related stuff. Exactly one thing, to be exact. You know, you would really think with the movie coming out that there would actually be more stuff, but fortunately it does not seem to be the case. One thing I will say though is that on like X or Twitter, still have no idea what I'm supposed to be calling that. On whatever that app is, there's like, I remember in February, tons of stuff. The movie theater was like that. We're on top of it, by the way. We're on top of it. The movie theater was like that. There was pop-up shops everywhere. There was like donuts and like restaurants, and there was so much stuff. It was insane. And that was for February, which was the original movie release date. And I think most of it is dissipated because they blew all of the marketing budget in that month. Which, by the way, still have no idea how that even works. Like, how do you have this movie that you are like pretty sure is going to be made by a certain point, right? You know, you're thinking February, and then all of a sudden you're actually like, well, you know, maybe the end of August sounds pretty good. Like, how do you even, like, and last minute too, how do you realize last minute that it's like, yeah, maybe like half a year more, perchance, right? Like, they had to have known. Maybe it was just a marketing stunt. Weird marketing stunt. I feel like nobody enjoyed it. Like, that just made people mad. Damn. Alright. What's good, everyone? We're in Shibuya right now. It is very noisy, so I'm going to speak close to the mic, which is going to make me look like a little bit of a chud. But it is a very cool time here. We have bought so much goddamn stuff that we are going to show off at the house. That guy is straight out of an anime. That guy was literally dressed up like he was part of Fire Force. Oh my god. Some people's fits here are genuinely insane. Like, you wouldn't even believe some of the fits I've seen here. Unbelievably hard. Speaking of unbelievably hard, look at this creepy ass back lane. That's where Batman's parents died. But yeah, the places are insanely cool. And we are about to try the little famous, like, 10-cent yen coin thing. So awesome. Alrighty, look at it. Oh, it's floppy glory. When we grabbed this, it was hot as hell. I honestly don't think I've ever, like, touched hotter food in my life, and I'm not over-exaggerating when I say that. So, let's do the thing. It cooled down significantly. Like, we waited a long time for it to cool down, so it might not pull as well, but we're about to find out. Not even remotely. We may have waited for it to cool down a little too long. It does taste good though.
For the full finale of our day, we had wandered across a single road. This road, however, was packed to the brim, armed to the teeth with fun little things. Shops containing actual Madoka Magica merchandise. I don't know why I said shops plural, there was one, but still. Clothes, places with food, places with cool jackets and shirts, and places where they play with piggies. There were places galore here, and we had spent many hours traversing this single strip until eventually everything kind of just closed. Something we learned pretty swiftly from this day in Japan is that things just sort of close at like 8 p.m., which I'm not saying is an unreasonable time. I think most places do that. But it's just unfortunate when you're on vacation, you know? Because it's like, why can't things close at midnight, you know? What about that?
We are safely back at home. A little earlier than expected, but you know, we do what we do. We have many more days in Shibuya specifically, so it'll be alright. And now it's time for the nightly dinner of 7-Eleven. Only a meal of kings in this fine, fine land. Today we have chicken, egg, lettuce, and chili sauce. What? Oh yeah. Good point, HMR. Peep that, Johns. We're gonna take a bite of this and then a bite of that, then HMR's gonna go in the shower, and then I got some loot to show you all. No lie, this might be my favorite one yet. That one's really good. Wow. I bought one of these rice things. If you watched the album 1, track 5 video, Love Me Do Part 1, you'd know that I was in a Japanese club, and I was actually the club president, or representative or whatever, and at an open house, the teacher for the Japanese club gave me one of these, so I'm a bit familiar with their game. It's very good. Okay. I'll see you guys very, very soon. So we bought a ton of stuff. So the night was full of many things. It was very amazing, our first day in Shibuya, and all of the wares with it. Fortunately, we did have to cut it slightly short, but we were just in time to get a bunch of cool stuff, such as this, which I will not be opening because it's a gift from my friend, but it is neat though. Wow. Something that is actually mine, that I will also not be opening, is this. Wow. Yeah, you know, not just a fan of the red one. I like the blue one too. Very cool. You know what's one thing I could open if I really felt like it? This. Now this is something different right here. I can stick it back. So this is okay if I take it out like this. You guys ready for absolute peak? I don't think you're ready. This is awesome. Is this not the best thing you've all ever seen? This is definitely up there with one of the things of all time. What is HMR trying to tell me to do right now?
Is this one of those hats that like makes it go up?
I don't think so, bro. These are cosmetic.
If you wear this out in the winter with me, is that like? If you wear
It's her hair.
If you wear this out in the winter.
Yeah. They're like,
Are they headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, but are they real?
no.
If you wear this
Oh.
outside with me, okay.
I'd get all the huzz, is what you're saying? No way.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to fix this now.
It got worse. I rebounded. I hope you caught that on camera. That would have been funny. Are you recording now? Okay. Look at this. I got a jit. I don't know his name, but he was so cute. He was just so little and so adorable that I knew I just had to get him because it was just so cute. And you know what? So cheap. Most of all, everything here is so affordable. What? Yeah, I know the name of the thing.
It is a Totoro. That's the name of it.
They're all called Totoro?
Yes.
I thought it was only the big one.
No. What? Oh my god.
Oh. Thank you, HMR. Very educational. Let's see what else is even in here. I think I have some other stuff. Oh, we found a map. I didn't buy this. This was free. I think this shows bathrooms. I think. What does it show?
It's just a map.
Oh, thank you, HMR. Very informational. Look at this map that we have. HMR, you want to point to where we actually went? Because I don't actually know.
No.
We don't know how to use a map.
No. We were just in Shibuya, okay?
Got my tattoos in Shibuya.
Okay, go. Oh my god.
You know what else I bought? This little hand towel with more jits on it. I learned recently they're called Totoros. As you can tell, I'm not a LARPer. Look at how cute this is. That one's eeping, bro.
My bad.
That one's eeping.
Are you sure I don't remember feeling like that?
No, he's eeping.
Are you sure?
He's freaking eeping, bro. Those two are awake. This one's eeping. This is like me and you and we on the train. Okay? That one has the sleepies. Yo, that didn't happen for the record. It almost did, but it didn't. I got distracted, luckily just in time. Here's one of the places we went. HMR at first thought it said Diddyland. Luckily it didn't.
Don't say that.
We also have this bag. Alright, let's look at some of these. I don't actually, there's like so many bags, I don't even know what bag is bag. Ugh. Boom. That's the name of the place. I went to this super dope, oh actually, let me give the little story first. I went to this super dope place, right? It was full of like t-shirts, and one of the designs like immediately caught my eye for like the art style because it reminded me of a good friend of mine. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, that shirt is kind of neat. So I decided, I was like, you know, we're about, let's go check it out. Holy bars? Anyway, and so I went there, and the lady who was running it was like super friendly, and she was like talking to me a lot. And it turns out that every single like item that was sold in that place was from like a local Japanese artist. And it was really cool because everything had like the name of like the different artists, like on the bottom of things. There was like shirts, posters, this, that, the other thing. And she was even telling me about like this music artist who also made stuff for like that shop. And she was like showing me all the things, and it was super sick. And so I did actually end up buying a shirt. I did end up buying a shirt. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist buying a shirt. I'll probably show it off better when I actually like get it out and like try it on, but I couldn't help myself. Something about the art style, it just drew me in, and then also her energy, right? Positively electric. And I got this little art for free as well. Oh, whoa. Dude, I didn't even notice they're double-sided. What? I didn't know they were double-sided. Huh. How about that? You learn something new every day. I only thought there was one side to it. She gave me like a list to choose from, and I chose that one just like because it was Aura. And yeah, this was like, yeah, here, look at this. Yeah. See that? All Japanese creator, original design. Very awesome. This was the artist that really caught my attention here. Give a little shout out there on the card. I'll make sure to go check out their Twitter page after this. I'm just basically praying they're not problematic media at this point, but you know, they ball. So yeah, I thought that was pretty slick. Oh. Some other stuff we got here. Oh, here's the friggin' toilet map I was talking about earlier. You jits. Look, there's a map with toilets, and it's like shows you all the toilet signs. Look, in this one you can get CPR, in this one you can give a child therapy, in this one you can partially become a child. This one you can be a popsicle. That one's from Tron. I don't really know what's happening here. I don't have kids. I think this guy is either a doctor or a door. I'm not sure. These guys got turned mini from the mini ray, and then this is if you need to go into the trapdoor bathroom. That I hate when that one happens. This is for everybody who grew an additional leg out of their arm. And then I don't even know what's happening here. You got to definitely get that one checked out. Like, damn. But yeah, you know, bathrooms in Tokyo are pretty advanced. When I went in there, it took me a total of like 2 minutes to actually figure out how to flush the toilet because there were so many buttons, but none of the buttons actually flush the toilet. Instead, you need to hold your hand over like, there's like a sensor and that flushes the toilet, not any of the 100 buttons. Oh yeah, let's do this. Yeah, check out. Yeah. Sweet. Look, it shows you all the different kinds of bathrooms. My favorite has to be just the straight up wilderness. Like, I don't even understand that one. You could just pee in the bush, I suppose. Is this one see-through? Wait, what? I don't want to go to that one. Everyone's gonna look at me. Yeah, so that one's cool. Map aside, I ended up going to this funky place. Look at how funkalicious this bag is. This is one of those nice kind of bags. One of those nice kind of bags that you can keep in your like closet and use and whatever. I was also given this coupon that I still need to scan the QR code for. I don't actually know what it is, or really if it's even a coupon. It basically just kind of tells you like a location and a date. But I mean, the stuff they had at that store was pretty awesome. So I mean, if it's telling me where another one is, I'd go. Anyway, they had some friggin' loot there, dude. They had some absolute loot. Look at these heaters. Oh my goodness. Dark Souls. Look at that. Oh yeah, show them. Show them. Show them. Show them. Fire. The thing that's really interesting to me is that they had like a bunch of boxes there. There was like probably 3 different Dark Souls boxes, and you would have kind of assumed that they would have kept like the games within each other's games, but they didn't. So this one has like it's almost like this. No, I can't even say that. So you have the main character from Dark Souls 1, and then Solaire, also from Dark Souls 1. This could genuinely be, like, that could be any of them from all 3, to be honest. I'm not sure. I don't know the armor that well. This is Ornstein, also Dark Souls 1. But then you suddenly have the Firekeeper, who's from Dark Souls 3. And then back to Artorias, who is from Dark Souls 1. And they were all kind of like that, where you would have, like, mostly a game, and then all of a sudden, a different game. But either way, I think all of these characters are pretty sweet, so I can't say I'm upset about any of these bits. And then I bought 2 of them, actually. These ones we will open. I bought 2 of them. They were too fire, I had to. And they also had an Elden Ring one, which is noticeably a little larger. but I think that's just because the little miniatures are quite big. Look at that. Woo wee. Uh-huh. Okay. Start with one of these Dark Souls ones, why don't we? A knife could be a good idea. I don't actually mind pulling absolutely anybody from these. These are all great characters. But if I could have a slight preference, it would be pretty neat if we pulled Artorias. That would be like pretty sick. But then again, I don't really mind with any of them. So they're all great picks. Alrighty. Allow us to oh, what? No. Oh, I accidentally saw it. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't know that was gonna happen. I saw a funny card and I was just like, whoa, card. You know? Hey, I know how to open the next one now. Look at that. The Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. This feels unique because she's the only one from Dark Souls 3 in this box. So that's pretty sweet. I gotta say, I like the Firekeeper. She was nice. She's probably like one of the better maidens. I like Melina from Elden Ring. She's cool. I didn't play Dark Souls 2, so I can't say as to how she is. Although I hear a lot of people say that one was their favorite. I can only imagine why. Ball knowers will know. Ball knowers will know. Yeah, the Firekeeper was cool. Well, the Firekeeper was cool. You could like do emotes and she would emote with you, and then you could do like the... I'm gonna assume this says something, but I don't read that language. Let's get her down here. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Look at all these details. Look at that. My goodness. Let's get real nice and close. You can see the necklace, the buckle, you can see the little like prints on like the dress here, prints in the crown. Nice! So nice. Very sweet. Alright, time for the second one. Where did I put it? Here it is. I found it. This time, I'm gonna not look at the card. I didn't know that at first. Let's just get the card out of the way so you guys don't see the card either, so that you can just see the straight up figure. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. If we do end up pulling two of the same one, I'm probably gonna give one of them to my friend. So he will benefit if I do actually pull a double here. Without further ado, let's get it. Oh, why that is sick. The main character, of course. The Chosen Undead. Yes, I know the names. I'm not LARPing. I know all the names. I'm like John Dark Souls, basically. I have the Platinum Trophy in Demon Souls. Do you know how many people have the Platinum Trophy in Demon Souls? 3. Because only 5 people actually played Demon Souls. And I'm all 3 of them. Oh. Whoa. Well, this one... Oh, wait a minute. This one comes with a little prop. This is so sick. I'm so glad I bought this. These are so, like, actually cool. I can't even lie. Hold on now. Hold on. Yeah. Is the Dark Souls 1 armor set in Dark Souls 2? I can't actually remember. Because, I mean, if it is, then I can just basically be like, guys, it's like he's at Firelink Shrine, and he's about to go spend his souls to go upgrade with the Firekeeper. Hold on. Look. First of all, before I put the flame there, look at just how good these details are. Look at that on the shield. Look at that on the chest. You can see the arm plate armor. Got the bag and sword. Here's a nice little detail here. You can actually see like the inner parts here. It might be hard to get on camera, honestly, but you can see in between like the plate armor as well. Yeah, you can see up like the cloak. Nice. You can see more armor at the back there, like the chainmail. Wow. And look. Hold on. Oh yeah. Bonfire lit, baby. What do we think of that? Here, wait. Let's move these together here. Whoa. Oh yeah, here, get a little closer. Yeah. Okay, HMR has never actually played Dark Souls, so she doesn't understand that you don't actually touch the sword. You don't actually touch the sword to light the bonfire. It's like a resin Fortnite. HMR's played Fortnite. She knows that one. Alright. Now it's time for the Elden Ring. I actually like their character choice roster here. If I had to give some, like, one pick, obviously I would want the GOAT. Iron Fist Alexander. That would be pretty sweet. But again, I wouldn't mind getting any of them. Right, I forgot that HMR doesn't actually know who that is. The jar!
Pot.
Well, they're called jars.
Mr. Pot.
Well, the
His
item...
name was supposed to be Mr. Pot.
Yeah, the item is called pot. Like, the items they're called pots.
He's not
when you...
Mr. Jar.
Well, he kind of is Mr. Jar.
Pot.
Mr. Pot, yeah. He's Mr. Pot. You didn't see the card, did it? Thank goodness. HMR, take the card away. So that I don't see it. It's at the bottom? Okay. See, they learned with this one that they might be handling gummies. Hold on, I'm receiving elite comms from somebody off screen right now.
What are you doing?
Yo, why are we dissing the Miku diss? Okay, here we go. Again, any of these is sick, so I don't really mind whatever we get. Oh, another MC here. The Tarnished. Oh my god, wait, I think the sword comes with a scabbard. Like, you can, like, sheath it. Why is this so elite, though? Okay, this is just really sticky tape. A lot changed when they made the Elden Ring one, as opposed to the Dark Souls one. Who left their phone on and got a notification? Actually, I don't know why I commented on that, because the mic wouldn't pick that sound up anyway. That's just something I heard. Okay. This tape is, like, annoying. Not the most graceful opening of all time, but certainly an opening. Wow. The details on this one are insane. Most likely because the graphics got better with each installment of the games. Look at that. The Tarnished. The details on this one are elite. Everywhere. Head to toe. Helmet. Shoulders. The fur. Look, you can see the Moog. I think that's like the Moog runes right there. The leg armor. The satchels around the belts. The gauntlets. It even has like the horn there. It reminds me of Gjallarhorn when you had to go get that in God of War Ragnarok. Look at that. Look at the face there. Get in the face. You can see the details on the chainmail, on the mask, on the front. You can see the straps that attach it. You can see like the plume coming out. Again, you can see the arms underneath. And look, you can even see like the back right there. Oh, there's a spot there. Spot for something to go. Well, wait a minute. Oh. Ah, I see now. You attach the scabbard on the back. Hopefully they made this one slightly easier than putting on the feet. Seems like they did it. Look at that. Scabbard is on the back. Fire. Absolutely fire. You know what I just noticed? You can actually see in the limbs, like the different segments of armor. Like you can see the gauntlet, and then the shoulder, and then like you can see more here. And finally we have the sword. I know the name of it, like I know this sword in Elden Ring. I can't say the name of it because it's like honestly not a language I even speak. I actually have no idea how you're even supposed to get it in his hand, because look at this. His hand is completely closed, right? Hand is fully closed. The thumb is closed off. It's just a circle. But then you look at the sword, and it's like, how are you actually supposed to get that in? Due to the fact that I'm not an actual wizard and can't just, manipulate mass into itself, we're just gonna leave it like that. Some more of these Madoka Magica things. One thing I've noticed about Japan, they have a certain affinity for blind boxes, or maybe that's just how buying things is these days. But I gotta be completely honest, I don't really like blind boxes that much. It just so happened that all the stuff that I liked was blind boxes. Like, I don't really like paying money and then taking a chance that I actually get something I want. You know what I mean? I don't really like that appeal. So the only time I would ever get a blind box is when I know I can't lose, which is what I did with all of these. Like, I was completely happy with getting any of the things, so I couldn't have like walked away with like a sour taste in my mouth. So that's why it was like the only possible way I'd get a blind box. I just don't like them otherwise. Okay. I think it's all in packaged. Okay. There might be a card. So, there might be a card. There might be a card.
There usually is.
Okay. Hold on. Let's just like, I think I have the card. We're taking it away. We're taking it away. Is anything else that just fell out revealing? No?
No.
Oh,
No.
I don't even know what this is. Okie dokie. I didn't actually show all the things you can get. Okay, are we all ready? Here's everyone you can get. They didn't even do Bebe the service of being a girl. They just decided she gets to be a witch, which, feels fitting. I feel like most people would recognize her that way than her actual human form. So, human. Zombie form? Who cares? But like I said the last day, I don't actually mind who we get. We got Madoka the other day. If we get Madoka again, I'm not complaining. There's plenty to be given. Alright. And here we go. And here we go. Kabam, kaboom, ka-chow. Wowzers. Isn't that very elite? What, is there something else in the box I missed? No. Oh, she has attachments! Whoa! That's cool. I'm just gonna attach it all, like, after. I'm gonna open the other one, and then we'll get that all, like, sorted out, basically. Yeah, check out Kyoko. Get those details in there. That's my first ever, like, piece of Kyoko Sakura merchandise. I don't own any... Like, I haven't been a Madoka fan for that long, so I don't actually own, like, a ton of stuff for it, really. I own, like, a few bits and bobs here and there. So that's why I'm so excited for this trip, because I can finally expand this beautiful collection. Also, we'll have to look at that card after. Flip the card so that I don't see what it is. Okay. Alright. The final thing the other day. the final thing about. And again, the beauty of this is that if I get doubles, I can just give the second one to my friend. So like I said, it's an always win situation. That's the only time I buy blind boxes, is when I can never lose. All right. And we have, wow, that is actually insane that these are the two that I pulled side by side. Are we so serious? Wow. All right, we're gonna do a jump cut to it just being assembled. Alrighty, here we go. The dynamic enemies themselves, Kyoko Sakura and Sayaka Miki. The thing that I actually like about this a lot is you can actually tell that these are supposed to be like sort of their big fights. Well, not really, not for Sayaka anyway. The platform she's on is the labyrinth for the graffiti witch, while the platform Kyoko is on is the labyrinth for the mermaid witch, that being Octavia. I can tell by all the seats and stuff. But no, this is pretty cool. I think pulling them together is honestly like that's sweet, no? The duo combination is nice. I'm glad I bought two. I'm glad I bought these two. And honestly, pretty much everything with it. But all right, I won't keep you here any longer. We've reviewed enough stuff. We need to get to bed so that I can go tomorrow and buy even more stuff. I'm saying that's white game. And no one knows our record.